Senator Cardin.
Well, Madam Chair, thank you very much. It's Mills. It's a pleasure to have you before the committee, and I appreciate your responses today. Let me sort of underscore a couple points that have been made. I've had recent town hall meetings and meetings with small businesses in Maryland, and they're very well attended, and there's a common theme here that small businesses in Maryland around the nation are in trouble, and they're in desperate need of an SBA that's going to be their advocate, that will be very open with the administration and Congress as to what we need to do in order to expand business opportunity for small businesses in our country. They raise issues from the availability of credit to how government contracts work, what obstacles are in the way, the use of bundling and prime contract issues to really negate some of the effectiveness of our set-aside laws. So several of us have mentioned this, but let me just put my expectation on the table, that we will have an administrator who will be the advocate for small business, not just within the administration, but with Congress, and that you will not only look for ways to use the tools that you have available directly, making loans, but also will work aggressively with federal agencies on the procurement laws. There's every excuse imaginable used, particularly in tough budget times, where you'll have procurement officers or other agencies say, well, we have a comfortable relationship with this contractor. And by the way, there are subcontracts that are going to these smaller companies, when in reality it's really the bundling that's denied the direct contracts that are important for small business growth. So I just hope that you will look at this position as being an advocate and providing independent information, which at times may differ from what we receive from other federal agencies, so that we can do our job in Congress and make sure that small businesses are in fact getting the benefits of the laws that we pass. I'll just mention one other area, and I'll invite your response. When you have a growing pie, it should be easier. And now we passed the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act, which presents enormous opportunities for contracts around the country. There should be a federal agency that is charged with saying, did small business get its fair share of this economic opportunity?
Well, Senator Cardin, I think we really have to give you many thanks for what you did on surety bonds in the Recovery Act, because surety bonds are a way that small contractors are able to come and bid on the infrastructure, and for various reasons, in the tight credit markets, surety bonds were less and less available, and also the limits were too low. And I know that you made enormous effort to, and were successful to raise those limits and to have surety bonds be an important part. And they are getting very good reception in the marketplace already. So hopefully this is already taking place. We have anecdotal information, hope to have more metrics as well. I am a believer that government contracting for small business, and as I said, I think it's win-win. I think that small businesses win, but I also think that the agencies win, because you get the most innovative products, you get, but sometimes agencies don't know how to buy from small businesses. It's more troublesome. It's, more work. What if they go out of business? So one of the things that we might think about is improving and increasing the number of procurement reps and the training for the agency procurement officials. And the President has put out a big initiative on procurement, and I would hope and will work to make small business an important part of that new initiative, so that we can get the most innovative products and services to our federal agencies.
Let me mention the second issue, and that is under your portfolio is also to make sure we do what's right for minority businesses, women-owned businesses, veterans businesses. And I'm going to be asking during the course of this term of Congress from the SBA statistical information as to how well we're doing in meeting our obligations for minority businesses and women-owned businesses and veterans businesses. That's to put you all on notice. So I think we could do a lot better. I think we made some progress, by the way, in the last Congress, and I want to see us continue to make progress to help the vulnerable small businesses. The last point is the hub zone issue, and I would like to get your view on that. There's been a critical GAO report as to how it is operated. I think the hub zones are critically important for underserved and vulnerable communities, and it provides unique opportunities for diversity within the small business community in our neighborhoods. It needs attention, and I would just urge you to take a look at this program and come back to us with ways that we can make sure that we maintain the hub zones but make them even more effective.
Well, thank you, Senator. And I'm glad to hear that you mentioned statistics and other, because I'm a metrics-oriented person. And we'll look for ways to be communicative using those kind of metrics so that we know what kind of progress we are making, particularly in these critical areas of both the minority and the business, and also in making sure that we solve the problems that were in that report on hub zone.